I'm Dave Chapin, and I'd like to welcome you to the May Company Update. A lot of exciting things going on here at Wilmer Electric, and I'm here to update you on them. The first thing I wanted to do was look backwards and talk about our annual goals. Our year ends on April 1st, and give you progress on our 3 annual goals. Our 3 annual goals were to establish a uniformity across projects and regions and departments. We're going to get rid of some inconsistencies. The goal was to find 12, one a month, and we ended up finding 20, and it ends up saving us tens of thousands of dollars, lots of confusion, and increased job satisfaction for many of the people involved with that. We learned a lot from each other and how to do things and comparing things back and forth between regions and departments, and we look forward to going that way with new lean activities. The second goal was about enhancing foreman knowledge and application of the project operations system. We call that the Wilmer Electric Way. And at our recent foreman's retreat, which Steve's going to be around to talk more about that later in this video, did a good job of going through our new handbook and doing training. And again, a lot of inconsistencies were removed, and we're all working on the same page now. We have a booklet called the Wilmer Electric Way, and met that goal by doing that. Our third goal was to increase our licensed electrician by 12, and that would give us opportunities and growth for other people around Wilmer Electric. We did not reach that goal. We managed to increase by 3. Various factors kept us from getting that. It's a struggle to find electricians, and we had 3 retirements that we weren't counting on, and some of that has to do with COVID. People use that time to retire, and so that costs us a little bit. We're energized and engaged, and that's another goal that we're going to carry over in this year. So another thing to update you on, looking more forward, is we set new quarterly rocks. I like to give everyone an update on the quarterly rocks. We set 4 of them at a corporate level. The first one is a Procore certification, where we would customize how we certify people in Procore to fit Wilmer Electric and specialize in doing that. We're going to update our conduit and wire tracking systems that we have within inside of Wilmer Electric, try to find a new way to do that. We're going to plan our fall meetings. As you remember, those of you who've been around for a couple of years or more, we traditionally have a fall all-employee meetings within each one of the regions. And we're going to start that up again this fall because the world is going back to normal. And so there's a committee that's going to start planning that. You got any ideas? Send them to me, and so I can incorporate that training in the fall meetings. And then the fourth one is looking at a Goodyear maintenance program and seeing how we can't make improvements there as Goodyear asks us for more and more people. So I want to give you a plug for safety. We're getting really busy this summer. Make sure that you keep safety first and foremost, not only on personal safety, but the safety of those around you. When you see an unsafe act, stop it and help that person take care of the situation so we can eliminate any accidents or injuries both at work and at home. We have a couple more things to include in our video this month. We have Steve, like I talked about, is going to give you an update on the foreman retreat. Jill's going to come talk about the referral program, and Trista with her typical monthly coworker updates. So thank you, stay safe, and have a great May.
Hi, I'm Steve Gardner. I'm here to talk to you about some training we recently did with the foreman down in Lincoln, Nebraska on April 9th and 10th. We held an in-person foreman retreat. We haven't held one of those in quite a few years here at Wilmer Electric. And so we brought everybody in. We thought it was a good time. We've done a lot of different rocks, and that's different priorities and goals associated with the training. So we wanted to get the foreman in there to let them know what some of the new standards were and to get everybody on the same page. Rolled out the brand new Wilmer Electric Way handbook, which is very exciting. We now have a handbook for foremen that kind of shows them how to do their job. We talked about different prefabs and the different prefab standards that we're going to use and how we order prefab. We gave an update on the foreman's scorecard and the different components that go with it, and that's the 3-week plan, the daily huddle, the weekly safety meeting, and the daily report. We talked about the form of conduit. The form of conduit is the new conduit installation standards that we came up with. We talked about material management, quality control procedures, and 2-second lean. On the second day, we had some presentations from the different department managers to come and talk about behind the scenes and what goes on there. We talked about our DISC personality assessments and how we can better communicate with people that aren't exactly like we are. And then we had some very good discussion on how to take our parts cards and make them into a more usable workstation. And we walked away with from that with some acceptable standards that everybody agreed to. So very excited about it. I think the foreman really enjoyed it based on the feedback, and hopefully we'll see some real positive things come out of it. Again, this foreman retreat happened as a result of several different rocks over the course of many years, and we kind of put it all together and had a great training event. Thanks for everything that you do for Wilmer Electric, and have a great day.
Welcome to the referral bonus portion of the company update. We have a couple guys from last month that we want to acknowledge. The first being apprentice in Nebraska, Dominic Donahue, who referred to us Miles Griffith, who's in our prefab shop in Lincoln, Nebraska. We also had a Nebraska project engineer, Nick Blaser, refer an apprentice, Kyle Brown, also in Nebraska. Great job, guys. Keep up the good work. As a reminder of how the program does work, when an applicant goes online, they must write your name and only one name in the space where they want to refer someone that they know who told them to apply at Wilmer Electric. And then also, both the referring employee and the referred new employee, both must be current Wilmer Electric employees on the 90th anniversary day in order to be eligible. If you have any questions at all, please contact our HR director, Trista Sealander.
And welcome to the employee update for May of 2021. So we have some new hires from April that I want to mention, as well as some quite a few anniversaries. So bear with me. You will notice that in May, we do quite a bit of hiring with all the anniversaries that we have going on. So let's start with the new hires in April. In Nebraska, we have Adrian Chaffez, and we have Caleb Luther. Adrian started on April 26th as a first-year apprentice, and Caleb started on April 5th, currently as a third-year apprentice. On April 5th as well, we had Brian Tolner in Oklahoma, and he started as a first-year apprentice. And then we have also on April 5th, Matt Loosbrock, and he started in Minnesota as a journeyman. So thank you for coming to work here at Wilmer Electric. We're excited to have you as coworkers, and we look forward to you growing with Wilmer Electric, and for the apprentices to get your journeyman's license with us and proceed forward in your career here. Now we are going to go over the anniversaries that we have going on here in May. So like I said, bear with me, there's quite a few. For this time around, I'm going to go by the number of years that employees have been with us. So we're going to start out with our first year anniversaries on May 11th. We have Nathaniel Erickson, who is an apprentice in Minnesota. We have David Niels on May 11th, and he is a journeyman in Nebraska. We have Jace Whittaky in Minnesota, and he is an apprentice again on May 11th. And then on May 18th, we have Tim Savage, and he is an apprentice, a part-time apprentice who is actually working with us as he goes to school at Ridgewater to be an electrician. We have Edward Davidson, who is a project engineer intern in Nebraska, and he will be here 1 year on May 26th. And Edward continues to go to school as well, pursuing his degree in construction management. And then we have Isaac Johnson, who is an apprentice in Nebraska, and he started on May 26th as well, 1 year ago. Now we have 2 years, those individuals who have anniversaries for 2 years. We have Nick Blaser, who is a project engineer for us on May 6th. And then on May 20th, we have Albert Martle, who is an apprentice for us. And we have Gabby Soden on May 20th, who is an apprentice in Nebraska. And Gabby is currently on military leave, serving us, doing some training for the next, started about 6 months. So we're looking forward to having Gabby back. We have Jacob Mazur on May 21st, again in Nebraska, and as apprentice with us, will be here 2 years. Tune, who is an apprentice in Minnesota, on May 28th, will be here 2 years. And also 2 years, both on May 31st, we have Dominic Donahue, and he is an apprentice in Nebraska. And we have Cale Kraus, who is an apprentice in Oklahoma. So thank you for your 2 years of employment here at Wilmer Electric and service to the communities that you are in. Now we're going to jump to 4 years. So these two people have been here 4 years in May. On May 1st, we have Tyler Matson, who is an apprentice in Minnesota. And we have Vanessa Reichman, who is on May 15th, will be here 4 years. And she is a drafter for us out of the corporate office in Minnesota. Now, coming up on 7 years for us on an anniversary is Jacob Broberg on May 20th, who is an apprentice in Minnesota, and Kyle Chemnitz, who is a journeyman for with us on May 20th, will be here 7 years as well. On for 8 years, we have Jason Albright, who is a foreman in Minnesota on May 12th. And on May 20th, Chad Schneider, who is a journeyman and works in the service department in Nebraska, will be here 8 years. On May 12th, we have Mike Friesner, who will be here 13 years as well. And Mike is a journeyman out of Nebraska. And we have Matt Lugenhoner, who on May 20th will be here 13 years as well. And Matt is a journeyman in the Nebraska area as well. 23 years. On May 28th, Dan Williams, who is an estimator, will be here for 23 years. Crazy how that works. And Dan has also done things as far as being an apprentice, as well as being a foreman for Wilmer Electric, and has done some project management stuff as well. And rounding out our anniversaries for the month of May is Margie Larson. On May 31st, Margie, who works in payroll, will be here 33 years. So thank you to all the coworkers that we have celebrating anniversaries from 1 year to 33 years here at Wilmer Electric in May.